everybody. Thank you for joining. I wanted to just come on here for a couple of minutes, just for Throat Chakra Thursday. It's been a crazy day for me, to be honest with you. My energy was so crazy earlier. I was supposed to have had class today, and I don't even know what happened. I don't even know. I could not get up. I overslept my alarm, which is not super unusual for me, because I don't even know. I could not. Okay. All right. So I wanted to pull myself up. So just in case the comments didn't come up here, they come up on the phone. So anyway, thank you for whoever is going to pop in. I just wanted to pop on here just for, my Throat Chakra Thursday contribution. So, I don't know if anybody else has been dealing with this crazy type of energy, but I have, and I had the craziest dreams. I mean, just, I don't know, one right after the other last night, which is not typical for me. But I have been called to connect with my ancestors, and so I believe that's probably what's going on with me with that. But anyway, yeah, so I had all these 50,000 dreams. Thank you for whoever's watching. If you want to have a card, just let me know you're here or whatever, and we can go from there. So anyway, I'm gonna pull one for the collective right now. Thank y'all for joining me. What do we most need to surrender today? Since we're dealing with the shadows, and I was doing the homework that Shakisha and Laureen gave, and one of my shadows was, or one of the things I want is consistent flow of money in my business. So why, let's see, what is it? Why don't I want that thing? Because I have to be consistent in showing up, and I have to deal with the business part of it. So the business part of it is one of those things. Hey, Quint, thank you for joining. So the business end of it is the part that I think, that part wigs me, because all of the, like right now, I have to yes, I have to do business taxes, and I didn't even make that much damn money last year, but I got to do business taxes, and and that stuff really is not my thing. I don't even like to do regular taxes, although I have done TurboTax for the last couple of years, but it stresses me the fuck out. Hey Teresa, thank you for joining. So when I put that down and I said, okay, this is the reason why, this is the reason why I don't want this thing, although I do so want this thing. And also, I really want to retire from my career. And one of the reasons why I don't want that thing, hi Teresa, thank you for joining, is because it's like a fallback. It's like anytime I need to fall back, I can fall back, so it's like a fallback system for me. And now I'm in this transition place where it's time for me to let that shit go. And so what happened just yesterday is my job called me and was like, we need you to work Sunday. Well, Sunday is the day that I gave up just 2 Sundays ago. I think last Sunday was my first Sunday off in months. But I gave that day up because I was being pulled, and I knew it was time for me to just give these people one day right now until I don't have to give them no days. But in my mind, I wanted to say, yeah, I'll pick that Sunday up, and I'll do it once I found out where it was, because certain places I'm not working in that building. We have 2 stations, 2 different floors, and one floor I really can't stand it. I mean, I almost was at the point where I said, if they put me over there, I'm quitting. It's like that. So anyway, so that was one of the things. But my guides were very clear with me, because I actually dealt with that on yesterday. My guides were very clear with me not to pick that day up. So I didn't. However, it's a shadow for me that, if I start looking and my finances start looking crazy, then typically what I would do is go and pick up some work. And generally I have worked 2 and 3, 4 jobs for years. Quinn, surrender frustration. Surrender frustration. Frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so you may approach the situation more calmly. Surrender frustration. That's for Quinn. Yes, thank you, Teresa. It's a journey for me, and it really is. And I really am so appreciative of Lorena and Shakisha even for bringing that homework out, because that actually helped me as well. I mean, even though, the thing about the shadow work is something. Hey, Maha, thank you for joining. And thank you, Jennifer. The thing about the shadow work is it shows up and you know it, but still, you still have to do the work. And so I appreciate them for bringing that forward so that we could actually do the work. Next is Teresa, and then Maha. I'm pulling from the surrender cards. What do you most need to surrender today? So Teresa, you need to surrender to rest and sleep. Surrender to rest and sleep. To prevent burnout, slow down. Honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit. So, surrender to rest and sleep, Teresa. So apparently you need to get more rest. Chill. Do something to make you feel good. Hey, Jennifer, thank you for joining. Next, I'm going to do Maha. Surrender. What does Maha most need to surrender at this time? I have been called to these surrender cards this year, y'all, because I actually, surrender was my word for last year, but I don't think I completed it. So here I am with surrender again, and then I'm also, authenticity was my word. So surrender and authenticity. You're so welcome, Teresa. So this one is from Maha. Surrender obsessive thinking. So they say you're too much in your mind and you need to get out of it. If you're obsessing about a person or a situation, turn the dilemma over to spirit. Doing so will help bring you clarity or even solve the problem. So they say you're too much in your head, Maha. Get out of it. Get out. Quinn. Quinn, you will surrender frustration. Let me see if I can find that card, because I done shuffled. I done got beyond you. Let's see. You will surrender frustration, though. I do remember that. Yeah, here you go. You will surrender frustration. That's for Quinn. Surrender frustration. And this one is from Maha. Surrender obsessive thinking. So it says if you're obsessing about a person or a situation, turn the dilemma over to spirit. Doing so will help you clarity and even solve the problem. So let go of all of that. Stop obsessing over things. Stop, just don't go there. And same thing with you, Quinn, with the frustration. Frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so you may approach the situation more calmly. Surrender frustration. That is for you, Quinteria. And yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Next is, who is it? Jennifer? Yes, Jennifer. Okay. Yes, you're welcome. You're so welcome. I am just appreciative that you guys are hanging out with me for a couple of minutes. I decided to try to get on here and hang out for a little while. And plus, like I said, I've been called to do these surrender cards because I know that is where so many of us are, in transition and surrendering and helping ourselves to get to where we want to be, 6 and 7 figure mystics. So surrender your fear of intimacy, Jennifer. Yeah, Jennifer. Surrender your fear of intimacy. So you are ready to let love in. Compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. So if there is a fear of intimacy, then what you'll do is you'll repel love. And it's not only just like relationship love. That's any type of love. I mean, that's love, of like friendship love, sister love, any kind of love. So once you begin to surrender this fear of intimacy, then love will show up in your life, the love that you're looking for. Hey Vero, thank you for joining. I'm going to pull for you surrender. What does Vero most need to surrender? So I was talking about them shadows, Vero. Talking about them shadows. And yes, transition is here, for so many of us. Probably, I would wager to say at least 85% of us in this group, we're in this place of surrender. I mean, yes, surrender too, yes. Transition. Because it's time. It's time for us to step up. It's time for us to step out. It's time for us to be who we're called to be. I actually posted in my group today about a quote that, what is her name? Oprah. That Oprah gave. And let me see. I'm going to pull it up so I can tell y'all what the quote was. Because I hate to share shit and I don't know what it is. Let's see. The quotes on my group. I missed a bunch of y'all's lives today. I'm trying to catch up, but I'll listen to some while I'm at work. Okay, so Oprah's quote was, "Every time you state what you want or believe, you're the first to hear it. It's a message to both you and others about what you think is possible. Don't put a ceiling on yourself." And I asked the people in my group, what are your thoughts? Because we generally can put a ceiling on our own self. Jennifer, oh, that's so awesome. I'm so excited about that. I love, y'all, these surrender cards because they be so on point. And to me, it's like they tap you on your shoulder. They tap you on your shoulder and they say, hey, maybe you should deal with this. Maybe you should look at this shadow. So, Vero, for you, surrender to divine timing. Surrender to divine timing. Sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough, according to your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow. Okay, so that sounds real easy, but it's bullshit. It's not. It's not easy at all. Because when you're in the middle of this place where you're trying to get somewhere, you're trying to get something, you start having this energy that's just not healthy. It's like an anxiety type of energy or something. And so what they're saying to you is to take that step back, take some breaths, connect with your team, and just be grateful. That's what I'm hearing. Be grateful for what you have, where you are, be grateful for the process, because it is a process, y'all. It's a process. She said, yes, tell me about it. Yes, it is a process. And y'all know what? I am not telling you something I don't know. It is a process. It is a process. So surrendering to divine timing is a process, Vero, but you got this. You can do it. You can do it. Because what happens is we get in this energy and it's like a rush, energy, and it messes with your nerves. It makes your blood pressure go up. It causes all kinds of things to happen inside of you physically. And that's not even to say all the emotional things and the mental things that are happening. Thank you, Jennifer. So anyway, yes. So y'all do the homework that Lorena and Shakisha gave. I'm actually working on mine now. I'm going to finish it tonight while I'm probably sitting at work. Well, not sitting, shit. While I'm at work. But yeah, so it's going to be amazing as we process and as we as we heal and as we look at our shadows and begin to dismantle them layer by layer. And then again, just like they said earlier, the shadow work is layered. It's layered. So it's layer at a time. You may feel like you've dealt with this particular shadow, but then what happens is it pops back up again. Y'all, I'm telling you, because that has been happening with me. I said, oh, I dealt with this already. I'm good. But a lot of times you don't be good because there's another layer, or it comes at you from another angle. That's the thing. That is the shit. It's like it comes at you from another angle. It's like, okay, when you see it coming this way, you know that it's coming. And so you prepare for it. It's almost like it's like the hurricane. Okay, I thought about New Orleans and Katrina. They knew it was coming. They knew. And people say, well, why didn't they leave? Why didn't they leave? Because they have hurricanes all the time. It's hurricane season there. When it's hurricane season in the places where it's hurricane season, they have hurricanes all the time. If they were to leave, they would be leaving their house like every other week or some shit. So who can do that? And a lot of people just couldn't afford to leave. And then the other part of that is it wouldn't have gotten so destroyed if they had done something with the levees. Okay? So you think about that in terms of this. It's like, you are doing this work and you're preparing and doing the shadow work and, just, doing the mirror work. Because for me, mirror work is powerful, and that's something that I do just about every day. And so, doing the mirror work, setting up your type of boundaries, all these things. You're doing these things, but then it comes at you another way. Like in Katrina, the levees broke, and so that came at them a whole nother way. If the levees hadn't broken, then it wouldn't have been as bad. It wouldn't have been such a catastrophe. However, the levees broke, and so it was a catastrophe. So it came at them another way. And people, I hear people say that all the time. Well, why didn't they just leave? Well, you just can't always leave when they say it's a hurricane coming. Coming from somebody that is from Hurricane Alley, I'm from Savannah, Georgia. We had hurricane stuff all the damn time. Since I was like, 5 years old in first grade, we had to do the drills and shit because it was a true thing. It might happen because during hurricane seasons, hurricanes could show up and come. But you can't leave your house every time, they say a hurricane's coming. Hey, Anna, thank you for joining. So I'm going to pull a surrender card for you because I'm pulling what do you most need to surrender. But I was explaining about how you're doing your shadow work and things come at you another way. It's like your kids. Your kids will come at you one way, and if that doesn't work, like my kids used to, one would come and they would say, we want to do this, or mommy, can we have, or whatever. And then, I would say, yeah, well, we're not going to do that, or I would say, maybe, or let me think about it, or something like that. And so, right, exactly. And so, then the other one would come. And then if that didn't work, then they would come together. Or they would go to their dad and say, daddy, and then, but we were good together in that way. And he would say, well, what did your mom say? And I would do the same thing. What did your daddy say? Because we knew those games. But that's how the shadow work comes at us. Hey, Kim, thank you for joining. Let me do Anna and then Kim. What do you most need to surrender? I think that'll probably be about it for me, y'all. Because I do intermittent fasting, so it's about time for me to eat. And I eat before I go to work because sometimes I don't get a chance to. Depends on how it goes. But I'm so grateful because I only do this one night. And I'm so grateful. And that's what I keep saying to myself. And so I'm offering that to you. If it's something that you don't particularly enjoy, just be grateful for it. Be grateful, because as you're grateful, then the doors can open to bigger and better things and the things that you truly want and desire. So be grateful. So what I say is, I'm so grateful. And every time I start thinking negative, like when I walk in the door and there's some bullshit going on, I just say, what, I'm so grateful. And I say it out loud so that people can hear me. And I say, I'm so grateful. because truth be told, it could be a whole lot different. It could, I could be working and doing this shit where they're not even barely paying me, because some places it works like that. Um, they try to lowball you and all this stuff. I got over 20 years experience. I'm not working for free. So I say I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. And it flips the switch for me, and it flips my whole energy around. So for Anna, surrender the idea you can fix someone. It's time for a relationship to shift. It doesn't work to try to fix someone. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. So, Anna, what they're saying to you is let this shit go. Surrender that idea. You can't fix anybody. If they don't want to be fixed, they ain't going to be fixed. And it doesn't matter what you do. Now, I don't know if this is in a romantic relationship or a friendship or what, because I know that there are times when that can happen all the way around. But you can't fix nobody. So they want you to let that shit go. Surrender the idea that you can fix someone. Let it go. Let it go. And if you need help with that, uh, yeah, this is yours. Anna, this is yours. Anna, this is yours. Surrender the idea that you can fix someone. Yeah, that's you. Because I've got you and then Kim. It's time for a relationship shift. So, Anna, this one is yours. Surrender the idea that you can fix someone. Because you can't fix nobody. You can only make a decision, create boundaries, and decide if you want them in your life, or to what degree you want them in your life. It's what you have to do. Spirit is speaking to you right now. This one is for Kim. What does Kim most need to surrender? All right, let's see. What does Kim most need to surrender? Kim, surrender to non-action. Surrender to non-action. Now's the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. Let others come to you. So, what they're saying to you today, Kim, is that it's time for you to chill. They want you just to breathe. They want you to just focus on you. Focus on your power, the things that you're good at, the things that you're gifted at, and not so much. What I'm feeling is they want you to step out of the divine masculine and step more into the divine feminine, so that you can create a balance. That's what I'm feeling. So it's like they want you to breathe and just focus and just take some time just to do nothing. And I know that that is hard to do when you're trying to build or when you're doing stuff, especially for those of us that are, what do they call them? Dualpreneurs. We have a job and we work and we have kids and we have, actually that's like 3 different things. And then we're trying to build a business. Surrender to non-action is what they are saying to you this day, Kim. Surrender to non-action. That is powerful, girl. That is why we are here. I super appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Is there anybody else that is on that I have missed? I think I got everybody, but if there's somebody else, y'all let me know, because I'm going to pop off here so I can go and eat, and then I have to y'all gonna laugh at me, but I have to do I have to do a meditation before I go to this job. I really do. I mean, I seriously sit down. I got my candles lit already, and I sit down and I do a serious meditation before I go in this place, because it keeps me calm. It helps me to go in and still be the beautiful spirit that I am, and not going there cussing every fucking body out. Because that's how I feel. Because when I get there, it seems like they do the dumbest shit. And I'm like, what are you doing? What are we doing that for? Oh, well, they just said, we got to do it. Okay, well, whatever. It ain't my shit. So I laugh because y'all know what? Years ago, when I was much younger, I used to work in, where was I at that time? In Connecticut, I used to work. And I worked in this facility. And so before we went to work, it was another girl and I, we would smoke a joint before we even went to work. And it would be such a nice shift. It would be so easy to deal with. And the thing about that is nothing bothers you. Now, I don't do that shit anymore, but I used to do that when I was younger. It was great. I had a girl that, she was always hooked up. She was good people. She was sweet. She was a gay girl, so she started out hitting on me, and that's how we became friends. But I was like, nah, I don't go that way, but if that's what you want, hey, handle it. But that's not me. I'm strictly dickly. But she and I became really good friends, and she used to have some really good weed, and so we would smoke that shit before we went to work. Smoke it, get nice and fresh and get all the stuff off, so nobody could smell us a mile away. Because this was way before even it was medicinal, legal, and all that stuff. This was back in the 90s. And so, but it was amazing because I noticed that when I went to work, it was so peaceful and so calm, and I just honestly didn't give a shit what they did. But anyway, I'm not doing that now. I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I can, just sit down and meditate and send my angels and send my spiritual team before me to that place to prepare it, because that is what we are supposed to do. And also, just be thankful and be grateful, like Kim said. Thank you. Just be grateful. And that's something that, hey, Nicole, thank you for joining. I'll pull a surrender card for you, and then y'all, I got to get off. But I always enjoy it. And y'all know what? Y'all know I do sessions and stuff. So if y'all want a session, let me know. I have a session called Get Your Shit Together session. So y'all can find information on my page, or you can send me a private message, either one, whatever. I'm not doing no advertising, I'm just saying. So what does Nicole most need to surrender? Yeah. Y'all, I love this song. That when we're cruising together, music is made for love. I love it when we're cruising together. All right, so that jumped out the box. What y'all doing jumping? Shit, I don't have to do that. So you had two to jump. So I'm feeling them both for you because they're different. So they want you to surrender to rest and sleep. So you've probably been doing too much, pushing too hard. So they want you to surrender to rest and sleep to prevent burnout, slow down, honor your need for quiet time, and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit. Cool. And then, Nicole, surrender your desire to control people. So in this one, I feel like you're just too busy and they want you just to chill and take a step back and just say, okay, I'm going to chill. And then they want you to surrender your desire to control people. So being over controlling can sabotage relationships. To more effectively achieve your goals, back off, regroup, and give the situation some breathing room. So I'm feeling like, for you, Nicole, that they want you to begin to set boundaries, for yourself as well. Because this feels like not only are you dealing with this, surrender, the desire to control people, but people also are trying to control you. So what I'm feeling for you is that you need to set some boundaries. Set some boundaries over, how you deal with people and that what you... Exactly. You got it. Exactly. I understand all of this. But yeah, so you got it. That is exactly it. But yeah, so a lot of times we just need to take that time and just to rest and rejuvenate and regroup, and just to say, okay, we're not gonna do this. This is not where we're going to do. This is not where we're going with this, you know. And boundaries are definitely so super important. I learned that probably a couple years ago, really, because I'm the type of person, y'all can tell I'm just open. What you see is what you get. You know, I give it to you like I get it. And I had, you know, people saying things, and I was like, what is this about? You know, because I'm not a hateful person. I ain't got no kind of hate in my heart for nobody, really. You know, I'm one of these people that I try to find the good in everybody. You know, I'm one of those. You know, they used to call me Pollyanna, you know, type of thing. You know, because I'm one of those people. However, I do realize that everybody ain't got good in them now. But y'all, it took me almost 50 years to realize that, right? Yes, because when I don't listen. Yes, Nicole, that happens to me. So I'm really serious, but I've really been like in the bed probably for the last couple of weeks anyway, because I've had no choice. I had my back has been really, really, really hurting. That's another reason why I'm went down to 1 day a week working, because I just can't do that shit like that no more. You know, walking around on those concrete floors, and you know, and if they ever ask me to lift any damn body, I'll be like, no, I can't do it. Hey Annie, thank you for joining. And so anyway, but yeah, it used to really happen bad. I think maybe now I'm listening more, but it used to happen to the point where if I didn't listen, I would be for 3 days, and it usually would happen on my weekends off, which great. And so for 3 days, I would like have to be in the bed. I couldn't even get vertigo. I had vertigo so bad I couldn't even stand up straight. I would have to crawl to the bathroom and just get my ass back in the bed. It was just something, you know. Yeah, that was a mess. So I learned that I needed to listen. When it's time to shut shit down, you just have to shut shit down. Exactly. So now I haven't had that happen in a while. And y'all know what? I actually even went to the doctor about it, because I was like, I don't know what's going on with me. But when I went to the doctor, they couldn't find nothing. Did all the lab work. She did everything. Nothing. She was like, you just stressed the fuck out and you just need a rest. So I think that's for people that's hard-headed, like I know that I am. You know, you have to be shut down, you know, if you don't shut down. All right, so for Annie, what does Annie most need to surrender? Show me. Annie, surrender to the beauty of the natural world. Surrender to the beauty of the natural world. Take a relaxing break and spend time in nature. Replenish yourself by feeling the beauty and the ecstasy there. Now, I know that it's probably difficult now because, you know, a lot of people are digging snow out and stuff like that. But that's what's going on. Hey, Kathy, thank you for joining. Oh, you're so welcome, Annie. Gail, thank you for joining. I'm gonna pull for Gail and Kathy, y'all, and then I'm gone. Because I keep saying I gotta eat. Because I've been doing intermittent fasting. Yay! That's what I'm talking about. That's so awesome. I've been doing intermittent fasting, y'all, and so it's time for me to eat. That's why I said that. Because one thing about intermittent fasting, when it's time for you to eat, your body will tell you it's time to eat. So this one is, what does Gail most need to surrender? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I loved it. I feel like the A-team. I love it when a plan comes together. So, Gail, surrender your attachment to results. Surrender your attachment to results. The formula for success is to do all you can to make things happen, then let go of the results. Holding on too tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. So, it's time for you to let go. Surrender your attachments to results. Yes, you got to eat in your window. Yes, because it's been really good. I feel really good when I do it, and it has helped me out tremendously. And a few months ago, I was having issues with my appetite anyway, and I didn't know what the hell was going on. And then I realized it was something energetic because, of course, I went to the doctor as well, and everything was good, except, of course, my cholesterol, which I'm working on because I'm not even trying to be taking all them pills. Not even. I'm not good with pills anyway. Unless it's pain pills. Yes, yes. Nicole said, me too, yes. They couldn't find anything wrong. And I finally sat and listened and realized it was just me. Yes. And I think that's what this live is. The theme of this live is, y'all. Rest, relax, chill, take a step back, go out in nature. I mean, these are the cards we've gotten all this time. All right, so Kathy, what is Kathy most need to surrender? Ooh, y'all, my music tonight is just fucking fabulous. I absolutely love it. It's Amazon Music, and it's Chris Bodie station, which I love. Anyway, Kathy, surrender stress. Surrender stress. Take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you've built in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. So Kathy's going to surrender the stress, and then we're going to get more snow next week. At least that's what I heard. So Kathy, surrender stress. So it's that type of live. It's like time for us all to de-stress and to sit down with our shadows and just relax and don't even worry. And that's the thing. It's easier said than done. I'm not saying it like, I got this, I'm on top of it. No, I'm just like y'all. I worry too. I get stressed out too. I need to rest too. Just like Nicole said, and I've been actually, which is right. And I've been actually, resting actually for probably the last month because, I started dealing with this thing with my back and my neck, and, I started going to get acupuncture, which is hella helpful. Acupuncture, and she did a arnica shot for me. She was trying to do a I think it's called Tronmeal shot or something, but she couldn't. She said I was so tight she couldn't get it through my muscle, which is crazy, right? But yeah, so I've started doing those things because that is helpful to me because I'm not doing anybody's surgery or no shit like that, and I'm not taking all these damn drugs and stuff, and they wanted me to take these anxiety pills that have side effects from the devil, and I said no, I'm not doing all that. Plus, I did try them, and they started making me depressed. I started feeling so depressed, and I was almost damn near suicidal. So I was like, nah, this ain't for me. So I'm not doing that. So yeah. So I've like had to rest. So I've been spending a lot of time in my bed and with my computer and my books, and things like that. And on that Clubhouse, y'all. If y'all haven't got on that Clubhouse is fire. I love it. I'm actually going to start doing some more rooms. I think I've done 3 rooms so far on it. And, hey, Denise, thank you for joining. You got lucky. I'm going to pull you right now, and I'm getting off. What does Denise most need to surrender? Because these are surrender cards today. Because we're figuring out what it is that we need to surrender. Oh, I love that song. Makes me want to lose myself. Denise, surrender to receiving support. Yeah, I have to. Kathy, I don't got no choice. I have got to listen to my body, and you guys have to too. Because I'm telling you, it'll start talking to you, and sometimes it's not in good ways. It'll make you have to lay down, and you'll be like me. You can't even get up. You, you have to. So, surrender to receiving support and love. Allow the love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. So, Denise, surrender to receiving your love and support. Nicole, thank you, I am. And I'll see you guys probably next week, maybe later. I might come back on the weekend because I've been trying to do some practicing, and I wanted actually to practice with some other stuff. So I'll be on probably maybe Saturday because I'm off after, after the morning. But yeah, so surrender to receiving love and support, Denise. Okay, because you can't do it all by yourself because you're not an island. And so what I'm feeling for you is that you have trouble reaching out to get the love and support that you need. You just gotta ask for it sometimes. Sometimes people will just give it to you and they'll show it to you. Yeah, girl, that is no joke. But I found this Australian cream, y'all, that is amazing that I put on my neck. Oh my God. As a matter of fact, I gotta put that on before I go to work. But it is amazing. I'll send you a picture of it, Kathy. But somebody recommended it and it is awesome. It is so good. I love it. So anyway, Denise, for you, surrender to receiving support and love. And so what they're saying to me in that regards for you is that sometimes you try to take it on all by yourself and don't ask for help. So you need to ask for help. Ask for help. Reach out to people and ask for help. And sometimes it's somebody that you least expect that you reach out to that can help you. So listen to your guides in that area and in that way. So as you are asking for that support, you'll get it. You'll get it. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope y'all have had a wonderful night. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. And I will definitely see you guys again later. Possibly, like I said, I may come on Saturday night. Depends on how I feel. That is always the gauge at this point. So again, thank you for joining. Bye now.